everyone, my name is Masha Kulch, and today I want to introduce not myself, I want to introduce to you my artwork. I am professional photographer, professional ballet photographer with more than 10 years experience working with the most famous theaters and artists from around the world. I have high education in photography and art education, art historical education, and I think I know what I can give you. I think I know something what I can really tell you about. Why I want to introduce my art not only in my Instagram page, actually it's also Masha Art Gallery in Instagram, because there are a lot of some interesting meaning, something very deep. What I need more time to explain everything what I want to tell you about my work. The first of all, I wanted to say that I'm in love with professional handmade art. And not only in photo, in painting, in books, or in real art, what we get used to call art. For example, in my apartment I have handmade mirror, huge handmade mirror. I respect these people who made it so much, because they made this mirror from the wood sticks from Venice. And this mirror has a huge story, like 20 years story, and it makes this mirror for me much more important than all the rest mirrors in the world. The second vintage and very important thing in my apartment, it's a sink. It's a very old, big metal sink, which was painted by some artists with the beautiful golden birds and flowers, and I like it so much. Every day when I woke up and I go to the bathroom and I brush my teeth and I look at this thing, and I feel myself like I'm owner of something very special. I'm a huge fan of flow markets, and almost every Sunday you can see me in some flow market in Berlin, and if I'm not in Berlin, somewhere where I really try to find some treasure. That's why I have a lot of vintage old photos in my apartment. Small photos, you know, this photo which you can buy for a few euro with a portrait of someone who now we really don't know who is this person. I like to search these kinds of treasures. I like to find some kinds of letters on the other side of the photo and collect them like a memory. It's not the memory of my family, but could be, and I like to ask my guests, how do you think, who is this person? How do you think it was a good man or the bad man? How do you think he was a good father or he didn't have children? How do you think he was a teacher or maybe he was an artist? It's a good start of conversation for everyone in my apartment. For example, this shirt, what you can see now on me, it's also a piece of art from one very good and very talented designer from Czech, from Prague. I really like to wear handmade clothes with the story. This is very important for me. That's why I try to surround myself with objects and subjects which have a story, and that's why I want to make my art part of this beautiful world with meaning and with beautiful stories. All my works are printed in high quality paper, framed in high quality frame, with nature wood, with nature glass, with the best passepartout ever. And as I finished in MoMA big course about framing in New York a few years ago, it was 2019, I think I can give you a good advice how to combine, how to create the art. So that's why sometimes I have a few options to sell my work. You can buy my work in just a printed work in the tube, and it's okay if you know how you want to frame this work, because sometimes I also have very old frame which I bought in some flow markets wherever, and it's so big treasure to frame in these old wood frames my new contemporary works. So maybe you also have something like this and you need something special for this frame. I can print for you each size which you want. And also I framed my works myself, and I think it's a perfect combination of colors, frames and everything. And yeah, I like it a lot. I like to give you real, ready to wear on the wall piece of art with all my experience behind. You can be sure that everyone will like it a lot, and you can be sure that everyone will ask you like, wow, where you take it, it's so beautiful. And also one of my hugest goal in the world, I decided many years ago when I started to make art that my art will be out of frames and fashion. I don't want to do something would be not actual in few years. I want to work with subjects, with topics, with stories, what will be actual and relevant in 10 years, in 20 years. I want to create something what you can take and give to your grandchildren. And they will say like, wow, it's so beautiful, it's still very relevant. That's why I work with the simple shapes, with simple texture, but with very, very deep and beautiful shadows and colors. Even if it's black and white, you know that black and white, it's like a lot of different kind of gray inside. And you see this value, you see this air, you see this fresh in my works. And what is my favorite topics to work with? I started with adventure photo. It was very interesting because my first art education I studied photography and photojournalistic photography. And in the end, I made the big diploma, the big book, the big dissertation. I made a big work of adventure story. I liked it a lot. That's why I start to travel around the world in not usual destination. And I found the people with whom I have some interesting story. For example, I went to north part of Thailand and I live in the middle tribe there, without electricity, without normal toilet, without normal usual conditions. And I try to be the friends with these people, and I have a lot of photo with really open mind meanings, with really beautiful scenario, and you can see these people, and it's not usual, it's not something simple, it's something with a big soul, and it's something what have a huge story behind this photo. So how I decided to go in north part of Thailand, I will tell you in the next videos. But it was my first and very big adventure travel to make a photo. After I also went to Morocco, and I was living with children, almost in the like small Moroccan school, and I was playing with the children, and I had this connection with them, and I made a lot of photo of them. I catch their happiness, their I don't know, daily routines, style of life, and it's important because it's something what you will have for all your life. It's something real. It's not under artificial subjects. It's not artificial stories. It's something what I catch as a photojournalist, but in the way of art photography. After that, I went to Kenya, and I explored to myself this world of Africa, world of wild Africa, and I also played with myself, with my fears, with my thinking if I'm safety, if everything will be okay. And I also made a lot of beautiful pictures there. Yeah, I had not only experience of the photo with people abroad, I also like to catch the beautiful moment of the peaceful of the nature. And I made it with a big love, and not to just catch the moment of sunset or sunrise. No, I try to find the much complicated subject. I try to find complicated shadows, and through these shadows show you the beautiness of this place and where I am. And in 2016 I'm open to myself the ballet world, and it was the new start point in my life, because when I had this access to backstage of all the famous theaters from around the world, I had access to all the dressing rooms of ballet dancers, which you can see on the stage. And I collect a lot of stories of them. I also made a video of them with them, and I asked myself, like, how can I show this kind of art not in usual way, because I was a little bit tired in one way to make like only portfolio shootings, only beautiful arabesque attitudes, all this position. Yeah, it's so beautiful, it's so specific, but I wanted to have something more, and I started to work with different new techniques, for example long exposure, and I think it's became my trademark. I will also show you a lot of photo which I already printed and framed, and from around the world people start to be known me, like, oh, you are the Masha, you made this photo of this artist, I know you, I follow you for a long time. And after I decided, I asked myself if I can sell these works, because inside these works it's not only beautiness, it's a huge way, it's a very hard and complicated way of every ballet dancer who was captured by me. So it's not only way of my successful, it's not only way of my story, it's our common story now. And I think this photo, I had the permission from a lot of artists, and I had a model release with all of them to sell these works. And also I have their signature behind the photo, and this is very important because I give you not only my energy, I give you also energy of the ballet dancer. And this is something what I want to keep for all my rest life. And this is something important for me, for them, and for the people who want to have really high quality art in your apartment. I know that the people with whom I work, people who bought my work, they really want to have something special. They really want to have story. They want to have quality. They want to have some trophy. And I'm the artist who can give you this trophy. And I want to introduce myself to you and say hi and say welcome in my page. And I hope you will enjoy and you will stay with me for the long, long time. You will have from me a lot of interesting information. Thank you.